Hello Internet, this is Marchers with Munchies Food Review. Welcome back folks to another Marchers with Munchies Food Review. I'm Weston Matlow.
And I'm Lewis.
And welcome back once again folks to another food review. And I know I've said that probably 3 times the last 5 seconds, but it's A-okay.
It's a food review after all.
Indeed, we have to put the emphasis on the review and the food.
I like the food part.
I like the review part. Anyway, today folks, before we get this video started, make sure to click that like button. Click the like button. Make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Marchers with Munchies Food Review. Make sure to share our content and videos out on the wonderful internet because we take criticism very terribly. But anyway, on to the video. So, for a long time now, folks, almost since day one, Marchers with Munchies has had a classic history of going after Taco Bell south of the border with a bit of a budget. And recently, folks, they announced that they are going to be bringing back for a short period the naked Chicken Challupa. Now this came out roughly about this same time last year in 2017, and it was a smashing hit according to some people. A lot of people liked it, and that enabled the chicken chips to come out later on, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're here to talk about the Chicken Challupa. Now Lewis, what are you hoping out of this?
I mean, I can't say I have Taco Bell a lot, so I don't know, I don't really have a lot of standards against their other item menus.
Menu item, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know what, I mean, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, personally, I'm a huge fan of the Chalupa itself. You know, I recently tried the item a few months ago, and I just can't get enough of it nowadays. Every time I get the chance, I'm gonna get myself a Chalupa. Let's take this out for a second and just, wow.
Okay.
Look at that. I would say, look at that.
Looks like a mess.
It is a hot mess. But just look at it. You know, I want to know what part of the chicken this comes from. Personally,
I mean,
like, just look at that. Look at, like, that's a part of the chicken that's shaped like a taco. I feel like a chicken has every shape in the world. I want to know how those chickens do it.
pink slime.
We don't talk about pink slime here, Lewis. That's a no-no word.
McDonald's review.
Yes. Anyway, so just looking at the outside itself, you can see it's got a little bit of a cartridge with the Taco Bell logo on it, and that's actually pretty nice. You don't see that very often in a lot of menu items on it there, but you know, they're really doing a good job of making that presentation welcome. I think though that's to keep the chicken looking like a taco. Looking at the lettuce itself, it's very colorful, very well bent, I guess. You know, there's lettuce, cheese, tomato, what the heck else is in there. You know, the cheese is kind of everywhere, unfortunately, but you know, we're still hopeful for this, I would say.
I like cheese, so
I like cheese,
if
yeah.
I can get a little extra, I won't mind.
Yeah, so let's just ooh, there's some kind of weird green liquid coming out of it right there. Hopefully that's not something that will give us cancer or anything now, but who really knows? We're gonna find out today.
So they aren't M&Ms.
That's true. If green goo is coming out of your M&Ms, you should be concerned. But let's try this, folks.
You should have picked up napkins.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying this too much to go but worry about that. Here's a cross section for those of you at home who look forward to those cross sections every week. I know I do. Let's get your camera angle on you a little bit more, Lewis. Come on. This kind of works, I guess. Who knows? But just. Gotta take a hit of this Baja Blast Diet Mountain Dew mixture. What do you think?
Well, in the first few bites that I've had of this, and I think it's that it's the sauce in it, I believe. It's a little overpowering on the spice, I think. You know, the first few bites you just get that really spicy hot feeling in your mouth, and unless you have something to drink, that just lasts the entire thing. Fine. I really couldn't taste any of the lettuce or tomatoes for that fact, so I mean, to me they just seem like an aesthetic, if anything else. This goes with the chicken, but another thing I mean, in that classic taco shell crunch.
Yeah.
But that's not really their fault. Anyway. But yeah, that's my opinion on it so far. What about you, Weston?
Well, no. From the first bite, I will agree with you completely that I feel like the spice was a little bit overpowering. I was impressed though that, and the thing is, you said that the chalupa, its shell was not as hard as a taco, and that's very true. That comes as the chalupa. Chalupa isn't really a traditional hard shell, nor is it a soft shell. It's that in-between friedness that just is a good aesthetic. And I think that with the chicken, they did a very well done job of that. I'm very impressed with them on that front. But of course, what you said about the spice is very prevalent. You know, I would say that the lettuce and the tomato was really unnoticeable, along with the cheese as well.
Yeah.
It was all just there to add to the Picasso painting that we're dealing with right here. And, you know, while I have enjoyed it, I will say that I think the spice really did kind of overtake it. If there was an option to take out the spice for a more sour cream traditional sense, I would take that option, I think.
I'm sure you could, but
I'm sure we could. We had no idea. It wasn't even on their main menu when we walked in there, but we know that it's promoted in other restaurants and stores.
Personally, I think it's a little better to review the item, no special or anything, unless you're
in its purest form.
Yeah, unless you're
purest form.
allergic, obviously.
Yeah. Well, allergies we don't have. Listen, to be a March with the Munchies member, you can't have allergies like that. That's it. No, I'm kidding. You can be allergic to whatever the heck you are allergic to. We don't judge here, but yeah, I will agree with you. I think the spice was a bit overpowering. I do though believe that the tang from the initial green sauce that was inside of it, that green goo you were talking about earlier, was kind of, I feel like it was kind of their take on a Chipotle sauce. Chipotle itself has done an incredible job of keeping those herbs and spices going, but Taco Bell is trying to catch up with it. They're trying to become more natural. And I think that's kind of why they kind of covered up the lettuce and tomato with that chalupa sauce, because they didn't want us experiencing the lettuce and tomato. They think that it's